So you guys are out in the sun, and you heard a voice.
Oh, finally. Wait, what?
What are you gonna do?
Fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? And where did the mouse go?
He is not there on your shoulder.
What the? Ben? You guys are missing the mouse.
As the party raised itself from its underground captivity up into the blinding sunlight, their joyous feelings of accomplishment for reaching freedom after their labors are cut short when they realize that they are still captives to an audience in an arena. Not all of them get the chance to feel the weight of disappointment for their wasted efforts, namely Bam, the Mousefolk. Bam the Mousefolk, or the player that plays his character, has a demanding work schedule at times, as it goes in his line of work. So I helped him create a character that could easily disappear if he could not make a session. We chose to integrate this into the game and ultimately the story surrounding his character. So I choose to create encounters for him when he returns so that he can advance his story and give the other players an interesting show at the same time. The hopes are that this will just be a rare occurrence and I will integrate this normally into the game when he is present, but of course we play around work and private schedules. The following is an encounter at the beginning of our third session for him as he missed the second, and I took too long to save the video, so it cut the beginning of the session off. I apologize for this and will attempt to do better in the next sessions. So let's begin. Bam sees the same walls and sand when his eyes adapt to the sunlight, just as the others. But as he sees this, his senses change in the blink of an eye. He disappears in a flash, no longer sitting on Janster the halfling's shoulder, and sees a blue mystical wormhole ahead of him. In another off-putting instant, he finds himself in another world. Around him are tall hedge walls, blocking him into a pathway. He takes a moment to let this sink in, then decides to move.
You see it end here?
Would I be familiar with said hedges?
You would. You would be familiar. The hedges
If you want,
appear to have a mystical quality about them.
If you want, I can draw it at your instruction.
Yeah. What does Bam do?
I'm gonna give it a quick stretch, you know. I'm just gonna trot down the hedges.
All right. What kind of a pace are you going on? Are
Like
you
a mouse jogging speed.
mouse jogging?
So human power walk.
A human power walk.
All right.
No.
From that corner, it goes 2 squares. If he turns at that right, it goes 2 squares out and then hits another wall.
Oh no.
And again, this is on dry or
Which way is the wall right here?
yes. That'll be on your left, I guess. Yep.
And then does it stop? Is there only one side on the other side, or one space?
From the last square where he hit the wall, it goes 2 past that to another wall, and then it turns left.
Okay. So like that.
So,
Other way.
so I'm going this way.
Yes.
Oh.
And that'll go around that corner. I don't think you'll be able to wipe it off because it's wrapping paper.
So it goes this way.
Yeah.
How many?
It goes 3. Do you continue?
Yes, I'm gonna just keep on trotting. Then.
All right. Are you just openly walking, or are you trying to be careful, or what are you doing?
I am openly walking.
Okay. It continues on. Go ahead and bring him up to the edge. It turns another left for him. Another 3 squares.
I would like to look down this one.
All right. You see another wall that goes off to the right. That's as far as you see right now.
And it's gonna
Looking down through this right that you're taking, you see a large courtyard
How many spaces?
that is 9 squares. So be 4 squares out from that way and 4 from the other way.
We're running out of space here.
Yeah, go ahead and push it up.
Move that.
I think it's the box. Yep. And then it turns and it goes another 9 in all along that side, yeah. And then it goes 4 from that wall, closing off. And then there's a square lined up with the path opposite of it. There's a gate, like a black iron gate, or like a fancy black metal gate.
So.
And then on the opposite side of that is another 4. And you see, looking on that side, a kind of a think of like an Italian villa style, like small house that lines that wall, pretty much.
So just a line here.
Yes. So along that side, closing off that courtyard, you have a tiled, like a clay, reddish orangish tiled roofed long building that lines up with that courtyard. And the courtyard, give me a perception check.
$13.
All right. You see in the center of that a pond that is a 4 by. Let's see. It's a 4 by 3. So you have building here, pond here. You got it surrounded by hedges like the rest of the pathway.
I'm gonna go towards the pond and get a little drink.
All right. You
Drink poison. And you're
you
dead.
get out your water skin, and you go to take some water, or you actually taking it from
Well, straight in the mouth.
you go to drink from the pond,
Yeah.
Damn it.
and you see as you're getting down into the water, a large fish with its mouth open staring right at your face.
I'll go look at him and go, hello there.
So begins the saga of
It
size.
just opens. It closes its mouth for a second, and then it opens it up again. And just a big bubble comes to the surface. It's just like, hey.
Whoa now.
Magic cart.
I was expecting it to say, choo.
So I'm familiar with this whole area.
Give me a history check.
Jeez. Oh, Jesus, that sounds too much. History.
Oh.
Natural
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, right there.
You know this place. I wouldn't say like the back of your hand, because this is the place that you know. But you know that there are some special individuals that hang around here, and you know it gets kind of mixed up.
Right.
It gets kind of mixed up for you. Also, with that knowledge, you tend to look out for any possible tricks that you could get into. So I'll give you advantage on the next deal I got coming up.
Okay. I'm gonna look back at the fish, be like, well, have a good day, and I'm gonna try and go towards the house.
Okay. You just hear a bubble pop behind you. It goes, you too!
So you're going this way.
Yeah, towards the house.
Let's just not starfish off of it. Love you too.
Alright. You walk up to the building?
Yeah.
Alright, you see along, okay, the hedge cuts off where the building starts, all the way along that entire wall where it would have been a hedge on the opposite side. And you see it's mainly just brick wall, and it's kind of viney. There are 2 windows, but they're on the far right and kind of high up. Like, I guess one window would be centered compared to where you're standing now, and the other one would be on the right side of the building. So it looks like it's supposed to be like a standard building. It's just it doesn't have anything on the side you're on.
Are the windows open at all?
The windows are not open. They're also several feet up compared to where you are. You do not see any doors.
What? It's like taking a picture of this.
Can I climb the vines up to the window?
Make an athletics check. And which window you want to go to?
No.
Oh no? Which window were you attempting to go to? There's a middle one, and there's a
one.
far right. Okay, so if you'll move him over to the middle of the building. Alright.
I'll roll the 1.
You roll the 1. You start to grab onto a vine, and the vine grabs you back. He's like, "What are you doing?" says the vine.
It's like, I just want to look at the window.
Do it for the vine.
Shouldn't have pulled me there.
God damn it.
That's my stamen.
Like, I'm sorry, Mr. Vine. Could you please let me down?
Wait, where's the grasping vine?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Don't touch my stamen.
Let you down?
No.
Alright.
Let's go.
Don't pull on me again.
Stop right there, Kronos. Come.
It's just the one vine. It's just the one vine that was.
Like, would any of the other vines let me go up there?
No, they don't talk much, so I guess they wouldn't mind.
Hey, thanks. Alright, so if he does set me down, I'm gonna try and go to a different vine and go up to the middle window.
You go into the middle door or middle window.
On a different vine.
Okay. On a different athletics.
16.
16. Okay. You grasp hold of another vine, while the other vine's kind of staring you down as much as it can because it's a vine. And you start to climb up. You make it. Okay, this window is maybe, let's say, 2 stories up.
So 20 feet.
Yeah, I'd say roughly, yeah.
Well, a story is usually 10 feet.
For him, it's a lot more.
Fair enough.
So give me another athletics check to get to the final bit to the sill.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Okay.
All right. You make it to the windowsill. The window is closed, but you have still kind of a ledge that you can stand on. And the vines didn't give you any trouble going up.
Yeah. I'm gonna look vines like, thanks vines. And then I'm gonna look in the window.
All right. Give me a perception check.
18.
All right.
Nope.
Inside the window, it's a multi-panel window where it's got a rounded top and it's kind of wide, and it's maybe 4 panels wide, but it only takes up roughly 1 square on the grid there.
Okay.
Inside the window, with the thick glass the way it is, you make out what looks to be a kind of like a parlor kind of a deal. There is seating, there's a couple bookcases and other effects. You don't see too much else.
Well, maybe no one's home. And I'm gonna go back down the vine.
Okay. All right. Give me another athletics check.
Oh boy.
12.
12. You start sliding down the vines, but you're able to catch yourself on some of the sprouts off of them. You don't take any damage or anything. You just start going down. You don't need to make a second check for that one because you're going down faster.
Okay.
So you get down to the bottom safely.
Yeah.
And
I nailed it.
What do you want to do now?
I'll head to the gate.
All right. You see in front of you a large, kind of fancy black iron gate, or whatever you call them.
Wrought iron?
Wrought iron, yeah. Wrought iron gate. You can see through it to the next area. Give me a perception check.
12.
12. You see that there is a lock on the gate, and you also see, while you're looking through it, beyond that is another kind of a courtyard, but you see like a statue sticking out in the middle. You don't see the full dimensions of it though.
Can I slip through the bars?
Give me a dexterity? It's either dexterity or acrobatics. I guess it'd be dexterity.
14.
14? Okay. You can slip through the bars. It's not too much of a hassle given your size, but it was still kind of tight. So you get past a locked gate and are now in an area that you probably shouldn't be in. You probably shouldn't be in given the lock.
Is this just Untitled Goose Game?
So there's a courtyard on that opposite side, and it's just about the same dimensions as the other one, but there's a statue in the
You
center.
want me to draw it on another part?
Yeah, line it up with. Start it by
Right here.
where that is on the left,
There.
like where the open space is by the hall, the other corridor,
Right here.
the opposite side. So you use up the space on it.
I think it's just the same.
Yeah, just use up the empty space right there.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it's the same dimensions, but there's a statue in the center. And there is a garden of flowers around the statue. Once he gets that set up.
And that's all I can see.
You're inside now, so you see, again, there's a statue in the center with a kind of a garden around it. So that'd be, I believe it'd be a 3x3 with a statue in the center.
Is there a courtyard in the center, or is it just closed off?
It's closed off.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna.
You said a 3x3 garden?
Yeah, if it'll fit there in the center.
I'm gonna run up to the flowers and be like, "Hello, flowers."
Well, they Pee
All right.
Wee Herman's flowers.
Give me a persuasion.
19.
All right. You don't hear anything speech-wise, but you hear a bee.
Bee.
A bee.
Bees. Not the bees.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, "Hello, Mr. B."
A bee comes out from behind one of the flowers, and it comes up to your face, like as they do, like right in your face. He's like, "What do you want?"
So like, I don't. Would I know where I am here?
You have a general knowledge of the area,
Right.
but I would say you don't know specifically what plot and what part of the area you're in. It looks like a neighborhood you could recognize, but not one specifically that you know.
I'd be like, "So what's this statue about?"
So you has to be
Yeah.
the statue. He responds, "Oh, it's the Lady of the Flowers."
Are these her flowers?
I mean, I guess it's the only flowers here.
These are really nice flowers.
Yeah, I'll try my best. But he's not staying still. He's kind of like flitting around you. The statue itself is a woman, as he said, and she's holding up a watering can, like she's watering the garden.
Oh. Is water coming out of it?
No,
Wow.
it is a stone statue. And that's what you get with your passive.
Yeah. Like, Mr. B, do you need water in there?
I mean, we all need water.
We're all water now.
Well, I do have a water skin. I'm gonna empty it into the thing in her hand.
Empty it into the can in her
Yeah.
hand. Okay. You pour your water onto the statue's watering can, and luckily it is actually hollow. Like it is an actual.
Oh, yeah.
It's made of It looks like it's made of stone, but it is hollow, so it does take in the water. And water pulls up inside of it, and nothing else happens.
How cool, huh, Mr. B?
I mean, I guess I got a pool now.
My master always told me to help people in need. Well, I guess I'll be going.
Thanks, I guess. Come take a dip when you can.
Alright, I'm gonna try to look around the rest of the area in case I miss something.
Alright, where are you going to look?
I'm gonna go over here and check this out, and then make my way that way.
Alright. That is also a building of a similar style. So it is a long building that takes up that wall. You do see a large wooden door in the center of that. There are no gates on this courtyard. It's only the door to the building. You don't see any windows either.
Does the door have like any cracks that I can slip in?
Give me an investigation.
20.
Natural 20?
No.
Okay. You see that it is not completely solid, like all the way like crease-wise, but it would take quite a bit of squeezing to try to get up under the door or anything like that, because there's no actual like holes around. You'd have to go underneath the door if you wanted to try squeezing through.
If it's nose fits, it's okay.
Alright. I'm thinking to myself, I could easily try and do that, but I'm gonna knock.
Okay. So
might
you,
knock if
how loud do you knock?
I'm gonna use my tail and just try my hardest.
Just thump it?
Yeah.
Okay, how many times do you knock?
7.
7 times?
Yes.
And in like a manner or
Really fast.
Really fast?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yes.
But with your tail thumping on it. Okay.
it's baked.
The door does not answer. Nobody comes to the door.
I was about to say, the door's supposed to be biting.
Hey, we got talking fish, we got talking vines, we got talking bees.
Be like off the scary,
Nobody-
be off the scary maybe where you hit the door knocker and it,
Nobody answers the door. But you feel like if somebody was there, they would have heard that thump. That multiple thump.
If it's woman, she'll try to stomp you.
I just, and I'm gonna go this way now.
Alright. You see, in the similar style, a large hedge that goes up very high. And it stretches along that wall. It is a hedge wall.
A lot of hedges. I go this way.
Alright. In that corner is pretty much the same thing. You see some other flowers that are kind of wild and sprouting up, like they haven't, like they're wildflowers that are sprouting up in the corner, like they haven't been tended to, like the garden should be.
I run back to Mr. B.
Okay.
Be like,
Mr. B, there's flowers over here. They're all wild and crazy.
It's not my territory.
Oh shit.
Whose
Is-
territory is it?
There's this jerk right over there. He's not good for this community. And I don't want to mess with him.
You know, I'll talk to him for you. My master always said, like, you know, always try to help.
You're so whimsical. I love it.
The
All right.
second time you said that, that'd be funny. My master always says, "I want shots of hell." Oh, holy crap!
That has to be your voice from now on.
Well, none of us have gotten out alive out of that. We can't really convince him to either leave or be nicer. So, good luck.
Be nicer, I get it.
Yeah.
That's a 1d6 pun damage.
Is he also a bee?
He's something.
Oh.
I don't know what he is. I don't see much. He's not like you. He's not like me. I don't know what he could be.
Well, I'll be back in a jiff. I had the way he said that the jerk was over there.
All right.
Wherever that is.
All right. So you go back to the corner
Yeah.
because that's where the flowers were.
Yeah.
The opposite side, yeah. It's kind of a thicker patch of flowers than you've seen before.
Stick.
Than you noticed before you walked over to the bee again. Give me an investigation check if you're looking for him.
Natural 20.
Damn!
How are you gonna search for this guy?
Oh, I'm just gonna get in there in the flowers.
You just walk up in it.
Yeah.
Get all up in it.
Waddle right in.
It goes up to your face. Like the flowers here, they're not like the garden where they're well pruned and whatnot. It's really wild. You walk into the patch of flowers and you find him. He's right there in front of you. Give me a give me a nature check.
Ooh, that's a 9.
It's a 9. You don't know what he is, but it's a big green dude that almost is your size, and he doesn't look nice.
They're like, whoa, what are you, buddy?
All you get back is some dead eyes and a bunch of clicking.
Oh.
Ooh, that'd be a praying mantis.
He's like, I kind of back up just a little bit.
All right.
Like, well, my name's Pam. What's yours?
Give me a persuasion.
16.
Okay. It kind of tilts its head at you, and it's kind of like moves around a bit, and clicks again, like it's not sure.
Fuck. Who's this, the last Mimsy?
He starts to move towards you. He has 4 legs and 2 arms that don't look good.
Okay, I'm just gonna get out of the flowers.
Okay.
He can't be reasoned with.
How far do you go?
Just like, just out of the flowers, like right at the base.
Okay. You see his silhouette stop and then go back to the corner.
Let's see. So Mr. B says he's bad for the neighborhood. Okay, we'll go back, Mr. B. I'm like, Mr. B, I don't know what to do. He's scared.
I know, right?
Oh, jeez, Rick. I don't know what to do.
Like he ate Bob the other day.
No, not Bob.
Oh, Bob. Who's Bob?
He's one of my brothers.
Oh, Bob's a good man.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Oh.
I mean, that's what you get when you go other territories you're not supposed to.
Racist.
So should we just leave him alone?
I mean, I'm gonna leave him alone. I don't know about you.
I don't see any reason to bother him if he's not bothering you.
Yeah, he kind of sticks to the corner.
Oh, yeah, that's okay then.
I don't know. One day though, when those flowers grow up and come out into the actual path, he might stretch out more. I don't know.
Oh, now you just give me a bunch of what ifs.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
At least I can fly.
Oh, so you're gonna be okay regardless, huh?
I mean, I think so.
Okay, well, is anyone in that house over there?
I haven't seen anyone in a while.
I guess I'm just gonna get out of here then.
Alright, I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you, man. Then I'm just gonna head back through the gate.
Okay. So you head to the other courtyard.
Yeah. Back at the pond.
Yep.
I'm gonna go up to Mr. Fish. Be like, Mr. Fish, you know you want to live in that house?
See the one fish swirl around to where he was before and then just gives you the open mouth. Then he closes it again. And then he opens his mouth again. A bubble comes up. He's like,
That's not the voice. That's not the voice.
Magic heart.
Then he closes his mouth again. He opens it up. If a fish could dab like you just did. He opens his mouth again. He says, "Yeah?
Yeah.
Are they home right now or away?
Are the lights on?"
Was I able to tell that when I looked in the mirror or window?
It was lit by sunlight,
Oh.
so it was like a natural light in there.
No.
Maybe they're gone.
Okay, Krillin.
I kind of just back away from the pond a little bit.
Okay.
I just lay there and be like, oh. I'm just gonna take a nap.
Okay. How long do you want a nap for?
A good hour.
A good hour?
Good hour.
Alright. The hour passes successfully. You get a little bit of sun, but the hedge kind of blocks off mainly.
Can a rat get sunburned?
That's a good question.
Do robots dream of electric sheep?
There was kind of a cool breeze too, so it felt nice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head back through the gate and go back to Mr. B.
Oh god.
Drunk as hell.
Alright. The bee is not flying around the flowers like it was. It's now actually flying around the watering can because you gave him a pool.
Oh, you like the pool, Mr. B?
He takes a little dip and he's like, I don't think I was meant to swim, but man, it's nice to have a pool.
Well, as long as you're happy, I did my job. Have you noticed if anyone's come back in that house?
No, I've just been kind of hanging around here.
Oh, yeah, I would too. You know what's above the hedge wall?
Which wall? There's a lot.
Oh, the one directly behind you.
Okay, which one are you meaning?
Oh, like this one?
That one there? I haven't been over it. It's probably just more him, to be honest. He points to the corner. I'm fine here. I've got my flowers. I've got my pool.
Freaking living the life of luxury.
Well, you enjoy your pool. I guess I'm gonna climb this hedge.
All right. All right. Give me your athletics check to try to climb the hedge. 19. All right. You start climbing up the hedge, and it's about as tall as the building. Should be probably roughly 30 feet up. And you get to the top of the hedge. And on top of the hedge, you see there are several other hedges that kind of line the place, like it's multiple courtyards and other hedge corridors. The opposite of this is actually a corridor. So you have one square in front of you that's an open space that drops down, and then there's a hedge to the right of that. And then it goes off to your left.
Alright, well, I don't know what else to do, so I'm just gonna drop down in that space.
Okay. So you drop down into... Well, I guess it'd be... yeah, it would be, because I'm thinking of the way the map is drawn right now. It would be... He's on top of the hedge, so it's one square past the line. And then another one is the ground below. So give me an... Are you just jumping down? Or are you climbing down?
I'm gonna climb.
You're gonna climb down?
Yeah.
Give me athletics.
12.
12. You start to slide similarly down the hedge like you did on the vines earlier. But you still catch yourself kind of off and on. Off and on. You make it down to the bottom of a pathway. The pathway goes the way he was lined up when he initially jumped down or went down to the left. And it seems like it's going to start to go around the building.
Kind of borked it.
Borked. So we got down from here. There's nothing. This is the previous one, but it does close off. Trying not to draw on that. It goes off. You see a distance to where it seems like it'll wrap around the building in your head.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm gonna go that way.
Okay. So you go down here. So you got that blocked off. It's kind of a thinner hedge.
Alright, well, I'm gonna look down the next pathway.
Alright, so you look down the next pathway. She'll take over. You see the front of a building.
Oh, she turned.
If you'll follow, if Janster will follow the lines that the building other opposite wall was, where
This one.
yeah, just line up the building to with that.
Losing myself here.
At least that is the one side on the left. The building is on the left side. The hedge stops once you get a few squares in on the right side for him.
So how many? How many squares?
3.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it goes off to the right.
How many?
He hasn't checked down there yet.
Oh, okay.
But it goes off to the right, like it's a bigger opening. And where are you wanting to go from looking at that?
Is there any way I can get on the back of the building? There's like an opening that I can see? Or another window behind it?
There is another door, similar to the opposite side.
I want to look at this door to see if there's any things I can squeeze through.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
Oh, 5.
You do not spot that because the sun is in your eye. The sun is coming from behind the building and it's over it.
No. I'm going to try and knock with my tail 12 times really quick.
12 times really quick? Okay. Thumping that door. You get an answer. Somebody opens the door.
And he has a sword.
So they open the door?
They open the door and you see a man with horns coming out of his head. He appears to be shirtless.
Kinky.
And he also appears to not be wearing pants.
So he's naked.
Does he see me?
He does not at first. But then he does. He looks down and he's a lot taller than you. He looks down. He's like, "Is that you who was banging on my door?"
Oh, yes, did I get you at a bad time?
Do you have a moment before I load and savior?
What do you want?
You know Mr. B at the statue over there?
There's a lot of bees out there.
Is this your courtyard?
Well, not mine. But I live here.
Oh, well, there's this, like, corner with some wildflowers. There's, like, this green thing living out there, and it seems like bad news for Mr. B.
Wildflowers. Oh. Jerry hasn't been around. He hasn't weeded. I guess I'll do it. Thanks for telling me.
Well, thank you for taking care of it. I give him a mouse bow, and I just turn around and leave.
Which direction do you go?
Oh, the place I've been, like, straight like that way.
Okay. Okay, it opens up to a kind of like a cobblestone road. That it's like it's a community where it's got a cobblestone road that follows this, and you see not any traffic on the road itself, like carts or anything, but you see people off and on walking, and there are several other people like him, pantsless individuals.
It's a nudist colony.
And they don't really notice you as they walk by because their gaze is elsewhere and at a higher elevation.
Yeah, I was gonna keep myself and keep going.
Okay, which way are you going? It's gonna be going across in front of in front of the building. Like it's a hedge that goes out and opens up to a kind of a cobblestone roadway.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the cobblestone.
There's a right and a left.
Left.
Left? Okay. So you start heading left. You pay no mind to the people walking by, and they pay no attention to you, and you find yourself walking for maybe an hour or so before you get anywhere that's not like this, because it seems like this is a community kind of a deal. Eventually you find that the walkway itself goes into steps and starts to elevate into a kind of palatial setup. It starts to open up into a larger space, like a, what is the term? Not courtyard, but like a plaza. Like a plaza, and you see a large structure that has spires that kind of twist unevenly and raise up into the sky at like heights that you didn't think were possible for most structures, but you've been here before. You walk up the stairs that lead into this building and go up to the front door, which is a very tall, twisted like oak door. There's very different ornamentation, and there are also two men similar to what you saw before standing on the opposite sides of the door. The door is closed.
So I'm gonna go up to the door and look at the guards, be like, "Hello, my name is Bam. May I go in?"
Okay, give me a persuasion.
Oh no, 11.
You see one of the men. Which one are you speaking to? There's a left one and the right one.
Left.
Left one? Okay, you go to the man on the left. And he's standing there with what appears to be a sword in a sheath. Like he's at attention. And he does not respond to you. Like he's staring past you.
I'm gonna look over and give like, "Hello?"
Give me another persuasion.
19.
Yeah, that does it. You waving at him makes his eyes dart to see the movement below him, and he looks down at you and asks, "What's your business?"
I would like to go inside.
What's your business? And he sees you hesitate. He's like, "All visitors to the court must have business. What is your business?"
Just to see my lord.
Give me another persuasion.
16.
Okay, that makes the check. He kind of squints at you, and
I squint back.
what is your character wearing?
Oh, he's wearing like a blue cloak and a little tunic.
Okay. What kind of shade of blue is it?
It's like a cerulean. Oh,
Like a light blue?
oh, you know, I got the opposite. He's wearing a green tunic or a green hoodie thing and a
Mhm.
blue tunic.
All right. Do you have any emblems or anything on you?
Yes, I actually have.
Oh my god.
Emblem of the Fae.
Okay. All right. I see your emblem. Next time, just tell me who you are, and I'll let you in. I'm sure he's waiting for you. And then he nods to the other guard, and the other guard steps in place and presses in the door with one hand, and the door opens, double doors open. There is a kind of a bright light coming from inside, but not too blinding. Not much is visible though, other than light.
I go in.
All right. You walk forward into a hallway that seems kind of sinewy, but made of like sinewy wood. So you got these various like artistic kind of like it's connecting from one piece to another, like columns kind of a deal going along the path that goes through the center of where you're at. And on the floor itself is a dark wood that sprouts out flowers on the left and the right side of it, and it follows along to a bigger opening in the building. And this opens up, if you continue along this path, to kind of a throne room.
Oh yeah,
Inside.
I'm totally going to follow that path.
Okay. The throne room opens up, and you see a throne in the back, very jagged, kind of like it's an old stump, not alive, but kind of still fits the aesthetic of the rest of the building, being wooden and whatnot. But it's dead. It's dead though. On the throne itself is a very lanky, tall man with spiked hair that is a golden blonde. And this man is pale, almost blue, and he's looking at you as you walk into this room.
Hello, my lord. It is me, Bam. And like I slowly just like approach.
All right. You approach the man on the throne, call him Lord, and he nods his head to you and he says, "Bam, where have you been?